Over the last 24 hours, tensions with Iran have gone higher than they have in years, and people here at home have all been looking to Washington, to the White House for answers. In response to the U.S. strike that killed Iran's top military general, Iran unleashed missiles on 2 Iraqi military bases that housed U.S. troops. Incredibly, thankfully, no one was killed. Iran had vowed harsh retaliation, and the strike sent a message that Iran could cross the red line and engage in direct warfare. Well, this morning, President Trump faced the nation and said that Iran appeared now to be standing down, and he encouraged other countries to take a stand.
They must now break away from the remnants of the Iran deal, or JCPOA, and we must all work together toward making a deal with Iran that makes the world a safer and more peaceful place.
Again, a blessing, no lives lost last night. All right, now I want to hand it over to Scott for some of the explanations and analysis. Scott?
Yeah, Erica, well, some people are thinking that Iran's strikes were intended to avoid any American deaths. That could be the case, according to some security experts. There are really 3 possible explanations here. First, Iran's 80-year-old supreme leader could be just totally out of touch with what his military is capable of and then overestimated how effective the missiles they fired would be. Here's the second one. This could have been just a symbolic strike for the people in Iran, really giving both countries an off-ramp to get away from any further confrontation because no blood was shed, no missiles really were effective. The third possibility could be this. It could be a bid by Iran to kind of lull America into a false sense of security while they plot and have more time for a different form of retaliation. Well, no matter what the reason was, if there was any reason at all, the attack is resonating with military members past and present tonight. Want to go now to our Joe Bruno, who caught up with some local veterans who wanted to pass along a message to all of our troops who wait to see what is going to happen next. Joe?
Scott, there are more than 700,000 veterans who live in North Carolina. Tens of thousands of them live in the Charlotte area. And I had the chance to speak to numerous veterans today about everything happening in Iran. I spoke to them at the Veterans Bridge Home lunch today at the Covenant Presbyterian Church in Dilworth. While a lot of the talk right now you hear may have a political tone to it, veterans tell me the troops that are being deployed are trained to tune all of that out. Of course, more than 3,000 troops from the 82nd Airborne Division of Fort Bragg are being deployed. Some veterans tell me they wish they were still serving so they could join them.
We don't even think about anything. We got a mission, we get briefed, we get on a plane, we go take care of that mission.
I wish I was there right now to deploy out there because, like I said, you got to do what you got to do and you're serving the country.
They say the troops just need to trust the process and carry out their mission. As I mentioned, the group that put on that lunch today is Veterans Bridge Home. That's a Charlotte nonprofit that helps veterans transition from service to civilian life. Back to you.
All right, our Joe Bruno live tonight. Thank you, Joe.